Hey everybody, welcome to today's show. Welcome to Disabled Reality. I'm your host, Anthony Lorito-Duke, and we have a great topic for today's show in which it is Trump's holding the USPS and the mail-in voting hostage. Okay, elections are not that far away. November 3rd, ladies and gentlemen. And Trump is holding the United States Postal Service and the mail-in voting hostage. Okay, and Congress, the Senate, and the United States House of Representatives already passed the bills for the United States Postal Service to receive the relief money. Okay, and Trump is holding that money and not giving it to the United States Postal Services, and that's not right. You don't do that. Okay, and really, that's illegal, in my opinion, anyhow. I mean, I'm not a lawyer or anything. To me, that's illegal. The House and the Senate, the United States House of Representatives and the Senate already passed the okay for the United States Postal Service to get a certain amount of money for the relief, and Trump is holding that hostage against the United States Postal Service. Okay? And then Trump decided to uh, put his goonie ahead of the United States Postal Service, and all this chaos is now happening, and all done right before election time, mind you, and all because Trump doesn't want this mail in voting. Because Trump knows that, with especially with the mail in voting, um, his butt is done for. Done for. Done. He's done. And uh, once he's out of office, guess what? He's also going to go to prison. He's done. He's finished. He's toast. And Trump is doing everything possible to try to manipulate the election. He's also trying to postpone the election, you know, and then now and then with holding, um, holding the USPS hostage, really holding the mail-in voting hostage, and also let's not forget one other thing. Trump is really holding out on passing through the next relief package. Okay, uh, he doesn't want the United States House of Representatives and the Senate to agree on any more relief packages for people because he wants to hold that hostage too. I mean, really, you know. And here's my thing. Here's my intake. Okay. Number one, the mail in voting is, even though the Democrats are getting that passed through, they got that, they're the ones that got that uh, done. Okay. But the mail in voting is not Republican Democrat. Mail in voting is to help people who can't make it to the polls to vote so they can vote by absentee ballot, by getting that ballot to their home. They fill it out, right? They sign it, they date it, and then send it in. Now, with that being said, that doesn't mean it's all going to be Democratic. There could be a lot of voters for Trump that way too. if he thinks about it, if the orange baboon and all of his cronies pull their brains out of their asses and start to realize it can go there, it could possibly go their way too. Okay. So all of a sudden, you know, they don't want mail in voting. And then on top of that, you got Trump's crony, the head of the United States Postal Service. Okay. And, Trump wants him to manipulate the mail in ballots. All right. So, um, and Trump's trying to have his crony to manipulate those ballots to be in the favor of Trump. You don't do that. You don't do that. And why is Trump doing all this? Because he's scared as hell. Because he knows very well deep down inside, and even though he may never admit to it, he knows deep down inside his butt is toast come November. And once he's out of office, ladies and gentlemen, he could very well be going to prison. He could very well be going to prison. Now, I'm not saying that he definitely is going to go to prison, but he could very well be going to prison once he's out of office, and he's terrified right now. He is completely, utterly terrified. Okay? And what is Trump possibly going to do between the months of September and October? He's probably going to pull of the um I'll give the USPS their money. It's okay. I'll be the one to try to save them. Okay. First of all, when he tries to do that, people are going to realize, wait a minute, you're supposed to do that a long time ago. You put the USPS in major jeopardy. And since we're talking about this, ladies and gentlemen, as of right now, small businesses are suffering because right now the USPS is all screwed up because Trump's holding the money from the USPS, and then you got Trump's crony changing everything around, making things much more difficult. Okay? And who's suffering? Businesses. Businesses are suffering as if they already have not been suffering enough from COVID-19. Now they're suffering even more because Trump's holding that money hostage against the United States Postal Service, which means he's holding the United States Postal Service hostage. And then you got Trump's crony running the United States Postal Service and trying to make everything in Trump's favor. Really. All right? And all right before election time. Think about that. How ironic is that? And then what's Trump wanting to do? Maybe between the months of September, October, he might want to say, I'll make another executive order and I'll be giving people $1,200 a month. You seem to be forgetting something, Trump. The money for the states and local governments. They need their relief package too. You're holding them hostage as well. And if you think that's just going against the Democratic states, wrong, sunshine. You're doing that against the states that voted for you back in 2016. They need that money too for their for their state and local governments. So you're basically giving them the middle finger as well. Okay? And when I'm talking about state and local governments, ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know, that means all 911 responders, doctors, nurses, sanitation workers, teachers. The list goes on and on. All of them, Trump is giving the middle finger to, all across the United States. All right? He's giving them the middle finger by holding the relief package for, for all the state and local governments throughout the whole United States. He's holding that money hostage and giving them the middle finger. How is that right? Huh? Explain that. So, I was just giving a little lesson, and after I'm done hosting this show, I will host another episode of my show, Advocate Information Highway, on YouTube as well, right after this. And uh, I also wanted to remind all my fans out there about my business, my website, which is Advocate Information Highway. And the link to there is awldny.com. And you guys can check out all the pages on there. And so, with that, take care, everybody. Bye.